I've got someone tweeting me, replying to everyone's tweets going, Toby's homophobic, this, that, and saying, cancel Toby. I'm thinking, first of all, if it was just me by myself, I probably would have ghosted off YouTube by now. I'm not going to lie to you.
Really?
Because I would have taken what I've made from YouTube and flipped it into something else, because this life, I don't feel like it's for me in a sense. But at the same time, I really enjoy like creating content and putting stuff out and getting feedback. That's all good. But if it was just me by myself, I probably would be doing something else right now. But I want to make the most of my situation. I want to inspire as many people as I can. And I want to keep making my parents proud. So I keep working at it.
That's quality. I'm sure you're doing just that. I watched your documentary / interview thing that you did on your channel 2 years ago. And you were speaking about the most important part of the job is the feedback. And hearing that. And I think it's safe to say you were there was elements of that doc you were quite down about like the state of like the internet and stuff like that. Like, and
it's just tiring.
Kind of like the effects that it's had on like your mental health and stuff. Because when you put yourself out there in the firing line, you're going to get negative comments and positive comments. How are you doing right now? How do you feel about it all?
Well, I just kind of took a little step back from social media in general. I feel like social media is so exhausting. Twitter is like the new mob. You got people on there ready to kind of witch hunt every day. They're looking for something. Like, I'm not going to get into it too much, but I have one person currently tweeting me about tweets that aren't even my opinion. There was an argument back in like 2012 about like civil partnerships and stuff, and this person was getting attacked for their opinion, and I said, listen, they're not being what you're saying they're being. They're just trying to make this point. I didn't give an opinion on it. Yeah. I've got someone tweeting me, replying to everyone's tweets going, Toby's homophobic, this, that, and saying, cancel Toby. I'm thinking, first of all, the tweets are 2012, 9 years ago? Yeah. Secondly, it's not my opinion. I'm just defending someone that's getting attacked. Yeah. So I'm thinking, like, what is this cancel culture? Like, and people are so ready to do it without any kind of thought to the repercussions of their actions. Do you know what I mean? Like, why do you have to cancel? Like, what do you benefit from that? I ended someone's career because they did something a while ago. On to the next one. Who's next? Like, what do you gain from that?
You're bang on. You're saying a lot that I'm just sitting here and nodding, and we speak about it until we're blue in the face. But like, this is a thing. Like, there are so many people now doing things that are wrong. That if you want to, we should be calling these people out now. The world is in such a shit state right now. We should be putting our energy to that, not to tweets that are 8-9 years ago and stuff. And also another thing is what you were then referring to there, you saying that it wasn't even your opinion.
It wasn't my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. But even if it was, right, and it wasn't, but even if it was, people can grow and change in 8-9 years. Do you know what I mean? So
exactly that. That cancel culture is the most backwards thing, because you're telling people that they need to educate themselves and they need to learn, but you're going back and saying that they're still the same person that they were. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, imagine, let's say for example, this is how stupid it sounds to me, and I might be using the wrong analogy here, but let's say, for example, tomorrow the world decides that, you know what, fossil fuels are bad, cars are bad, we're killing the planet, burn them all, yeah? So now fossil fuels are frowned upon, driving a petrol car is frowned upon. And then you go back and you find a picture of me from 2018 where I'm in a car that uses petrol, and you go, oh, Toby uses petrol, cancel him. It was a different world back then, by the way. Yeah. And you're going to go and use that to try and ruin me now. Like, what is that? Yeah. Where's the logic in that? I don't get it.
That is bang on. I was interested to see, because obviously when we agreed that you were going to come on, the one thing you said you wanted to speak about was cancel culture. And I was like, yes.
It doesn't give people a chance to change. It's so dumb. It's so dumb to me.
And also, I think, because when we're talking about cancel culture, and I'm a bit more brash with my words here, but ultimately, what that is usually 9 times out of 10 they're a group of kids on Twitter, 100%. Right? That are hiding behind a profile picture of a footballer or something like that. Like, so they're often the people. You're bang on. It's so hard to articulate, because they're often the people that are doing so much shit online as well. So for example, like football Twitter found my old tweets once, and they were sharing them, and I was sat at the football with my dad, which was meant to be one of the proudest days of my life. I'd given my dad a West Ham season ticket for the first time, and then because I'd put a negative tweet out about football Twitter, they're sharing all my old tweets, stuff that one was like terrible jokes that have been taken out of context, and like just not even opinion based things, just jokes that were taken out of context. And I'm shitting there, and I'm feeling like everything I've built is about to fall apart.
Yeah.
But then these football Twitter lot, and I'm not branding you all the same because I've spoken to a lot of them, and some of them are fine. They just want to get involved in the football banter. That's fine. But some of you, of course, I'm aiming this at you. When Stevie's been through his shit recently, which is like the most unimaginable shit, they're the ones tweeting stuff about it. So it's like, how can you be the ones calling people out if you're going to be doing it the same? And also, in a weird way, I'm kind of encouraged, like, embrace it now, because the more people you try and cancel, the less
effect it has.
It has, yeah.
And you know what? There's shout out like my followers, because there's people that see the person trying to cancel me and they go, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, do you see like what you're? I don't understand what you're trying to do here. Like, these tweets are from this long ago. They're not even his opinion. Like, what are you trying to gain here? What are you trying to accomplish? There's people doing terrible shit, and you want to bring this person down for stuff that's not even like, I don't know, man.
For sure. No. Have you got anything?
I just think it's quite a sad and lonely thing. Like, it's they're doing nothing with their day. I remember when we were in the pub that time, we kind of went in on football Twitter just for the sake of it, because they were being pricks. And they brought up a tweet that I said about you being a gay clown or something, and started saying I was homophobic.
You calling me a gay clown, they call you homophobic. You do realise just using the word gay doesn't mean you're...
Yeah. I think a third of my friends are gay. Yeah. But like, I live with the bloody president of the LGBT society.
You don't know.
I do. I need to defend myself now. He's a gay clown. But like, it is, I do like anything, the smallest thing they'll pick at, and like, that is one of the smallest things. If you're not even given an opinion, they'll still jump on it.
Yeah.
But there are like the worst thing about the football thing, I guarantee you could find something much worse
100%.
that the player in their profile picture has done. And they won't go near it. But no, Lampard is the best man in the world. Like, I guarantee he said something weird.
Everyone said something dodgy at some point. We're not like perfect human beings and whatnot. So.
But it's also the thing about the world being so different now.
So different.
Back when we were at school, you could flippantly say someone was gay as a joke.
I used to use gay as a derogatory word, and not meaning haha you like men, but like, oh, look at your hat, that's a bit gay.
That's
like,
just how society had made that word at the time.
Exactly.
So we're a product of our environment.
Yeah.
And as our environment has changed, we've changed with it, but you're still going back to what we were when our environment was that. Like,
perfect way to sum it up.
So Jake DM'd me something along those lines, and I don't know if I can find the DMs. He DM'd me something along those lines, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. See you on the day. And then he was like,